Have you ever questioned your own worth, the value that you bring to the world? It's a thought that has likely crossed your mind at some point. It's a question that, while seemingly simple, can have profound implications on our lives. Pause a moment and think about it. Self-worth. This concept, though often overlooked, is pivotal to our sense of self. It forms the foundation of our thoughts, our actions, our aspirations. It's the silent narrative that plays in the backdrop of our minds, shaping our perception of ourselves and the world around us. But what is self-worth, really? Many may confuse it with success, with accomplishments, with recognition. We live in a society that often equates worth with external validation. How much you earn, the car you drive, the accolades you've received, these become the measuring sticks of value. But that's not what self-worth is about. Self-worth is about recognizing our inherent value. It's about understanding that we, as individuals, matter, that we have the power to contribute, to make a difference, to bring something unique to the table. It's about knowing that our worth is not contingent upon what we do, what we have, or what others think of us. And yet, it's easy to lose sight of this. In a world that's constantly urging us to do more, to be more, to achieve more, it's easy to feel like we're falling short, like we're not enough. But here's the truth. You are enough. Not because of what you've done or what you have, but simply because of who you are. Your worth is inherent, it's intrinsic, it's unchanging, it's not something that can be earned or lost. It's not something that can be given or taken away. It's a part of you, as much a part of you as your heartbeat, as your breath. So, the next time you find yourself questioning your worth, pause. Take a moment. Remind yourself of your inherent value. Remind yourself that you are enough just as you are. Remember, your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Scene script. Have you ever struggled to control your actions or reactions, feeling like a passenger rather than the driver of your own life? This is a common experience for many of us, and it's rooted in the challenge of mastering self-control. Self-control, the ability to regulate our emotions, behavior, and desires in the face of external demands, is a critical component of personal growth. It's the difference between reacting impulsively and responding thoughtfully. It's the line that separates those who drift with the current and those who row against the tide to reach their desired destination. Consider this. You're on a diet, committed to a healthier lifestyle. You walk past a bakery and the smell of fresh-baked pastries wafts towards you. Your mouth waters, your stomach growls, an inner voice urges you to grab a croissant, just one. But then, you remember your commitment. You remember why you started this journey. You remember the promise you made to yourself. And with a deep breath, you walk past the bakery. That, my friends, is self-control. Self-control is not about denying your desires or suppressing your emotions. It's about making conscious choices that align with your personal values and long-term goals. It's about recognizing the difference between what you want now and what you want most. Imagine you're in a heated argument. The words are getting harsher, the voice is louder. You feel the urge to retaliate, to let your anger spill. But then, you take a moment. You remind yourself that anger only breeds more anger. You choose to respond with calmness and understanding. That's self-control in action. Life is filled with such moments where we have the choice to act impulsively or respond thoughtfully. When we choose the latter, we are practicing self-control. This practice over time becomes a habit, and this habit eventually becomes a part of who we are. And remember, self-control is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember, you have the power to choose your response. Mastering self-control is not about suppression. It's about making conscious choices that serve you. Have you ever felt like you're drifting through life without a clear direction or purpose? This feeling of aimlessness can be unsettling, but let me tell you, it's not a permanent state. It's a sign that you need to tap into the power of self-accountability. You see, self-accountability is more than just a buzzword. It's the key to living a purposeful life. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and decisions and understanding that you are in control of your journey. It's about owning your mistakes and learning from them rather than blaming others or circumstances. There's a story I'd like to share with you. Once, I made a significant mistake at work. Instead of passing the buck, I chose to take responsibility. I acknowledged my mistake, took steps to rectify it, and made sure I learned from it. It was a tough pill to swallow, but it was also an important step in my personal growth. That experience taught me that self-accountability isn't about punishment or self-blame. No, it's about empowerment. It's about recognizing that we are the captains of our own ships. We can't control the wind or the waves, but we can adjust our sails. And there's a certain beauty in knowing that we have this power. It means we're not just passive observers in our lives. We are active participants. We can shape our destinies one decision at a time. We can choose to act with integrity, to learn from our mistakes, and to strive for better. But remember, self-accountability isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey. It's a commitment to personal growth. It's about continually asking ourselves, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I making decisions that serve my higher purpose? So, the next time you feel like you're drifting, remember this: you hold the compass. You have the power to chart your own course. Embrace self-accountability. Learn from your past, make mindful decisions in the present, and shape a future that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. Remember, you are the author of your own life story. Take control and write a tale worth telling. Have you ever wondered if your pursuits are purely selfish, or if there's a deeper meaning to your personal interests? It's a question that's worth pondering. Self-interest. The term often carries a negative connotation, doesn't it? It conjures up images of people stepping on others to climb the corporate ladder, or of those who are only out for what they can get. But it's time to shift our perspective. Self-interest is not inherently negative, it's just misunderstood. You see, self-interest is simply a driving force that propels us towards our own goals. It's the fuel that gets us out of bed in the morning, the motivation behind our late-night study sessions, and the energy that pushes us to chase after our dreams. But here's the beautiful part. Our self-interest can be harnessed for personal growth and contribution to the world. It's about aligning what we love, what we're good at, and what the world needs. Imagine if your passion for art was used to create murals in underprivileged communities, or your knack for numbers helped nonprofit organizations manage their funds. That's self-interest aligning with greater purpose. Let's take a moment to share a personal story. There was a woman who loved to bake. She could have easily kept her skills to herself, making desserts for her own enjoyment, but she chose to harness her self-interest. She started a small bakery, employing people in her community, and bringing joy to others through her delicious treats. Her self-interest didn't just benefit her, it created a ripple effect of positivity. You see, when you align your self-interest with a greater purpose, you're not just serving yourself, you're contributing to the world in a unique way that only you can. It's about finding that sweet spot where your passion meets the world's needs. And remember, it's okay to be interested in yourself. It's okay to pursue your passions. It's okay to chase after your dreams. Because when you do, you're not just fueling your own growth, you're adding value to the world around you. Self-interest is not about being selfish, it's about aligning your passions with purpose. We've touched on some powerful concepts today, haven't we? Let's take a moment to revisit these ideas and truly let them sink in. First and foremost, we delved into the integral notion of self-worth. Recognizing your inherent value is the foundation of your journey towards self-improvement. Remember, you are a unique and precious part of this universe, and nobody can take that away from you. Your worth does not fluctuate with external circumstances. It's a constant that you carry within yourself, a beacon of light that guides you through the darkest times. Then, we explored the realm of self-control. It's about mastering your urges, your reactions, and your emotions. It's about not letting external forces dictate your behavior. Instead, you're in the driver's seat, steering your life in the direction you want it to go. Self-control is your compass, guiding you straight and true through the storms of life. Next, we tackled self-accountability, a powerful tool that enables you to take full responsibility for your actions and their consequences. When you're accountable, you're not a passive observer of your life, but an active participant, shaping your destiny with each decision you make. It's about owning your mistakes, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones to reach greater heights. Lastly, we discussed the power of self-interest. Harnessing your interests and passions can act as a catalyst for personal growth and fulfillment. When you align your actions with your interests, you ignite a spark within you that fuels your journey towards self-improvement. To wrap it up, these 4 aspects, self-worth, self-control, self-accountability, and self-interest, are crucial for personal growth and fulfillment. They are the cornerstones upon which you build a life of purpose, happiness, and inner peace. Remember, you hold the power to shape your life. Value yourself, control your actions, be accountable for your decisions, and harness your interests for greater purpose. Trust in yourself, trust in the journey, and above all, trust in the divine plan.